What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ravens flock, Buffalo Bills Mafia. The Baltimore Ravens postgame show as the Baltimore Ravens lose a heartbreaking game to the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, 41-40. First time in NFL history, 41-40 score. Buffalo Bills, 16 points in the final 5 minutes. Come back from behind, defeat the Baltimore Ravens on a last-second field goal. I'm going to start with you, Dre. How you feeling? Initial thoughts, because I know you guys are limited on time.
I'm doing just all right, man. But I mean, I'm very disappointed in this football team. I thought that we had it. The Derrick Henry fumble, of course, was the turning point in the football game. But this again, the Baltimore Ravens. Offensively, we look good, but our defense, which was supposed to be a top 5 defense, is the thing that really let us down in this game.
Go ahead, Raj. I'll go to you next, brother.
It was awful, man. The offense was great. Besides that fumble from Henry, they scored 40 points. They did what they were supposed to do. But coaching, the defense let us down. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I still don't understand why. We didn't challenge that play. When you saw that it wasn't a touchback. It was you just stand there. You don't challenge that at all. You don't even try to. It's just stuff like that. The little things. I be saying this. I said this all last year. It's the little things that get this team, and they still has not figured it out yet. I don't think they're ever going to figure it out, to be honest. But it is just one game. It might be an overreaction. But man, they got a lot to do defensively, man, to get this team back on. Because that effort out there was tremendously terrible.
And don't forget, Tyler Luke missed the extra point. He missed the extra point as well.
Oh, he definitely did. That was key. I said it when he missed it. I said it come back and bite us, and it did. John Harbaugh is up here talking now, and I do agree with Roger in this aspect. You can't sit there and just have that goofy look on your face all day. You got to be able to do something. To at least do something. But the defense sucked. We got sold a bill of goods, and they stunk the joint out tonight. I want to preseason defense. They would have played with some heart tonight. You got to look at the camera. They look bad. They look bad defensively. We had to hear Chris Collinsworth stroke the Buffalo Bills all night. That was ridiculous. And it's bad, man. Can't keep losing this way. The NFL this year, as you've seen the games throughout since Thursday night, the margin of error is slim. One mistake will cost you a football game more than ever now, especially if you do it in the fourth quarter. And it did that for the Ravens tonight. It did that for a lot of teams today in the league. The margin of error is slim. And you're the Ravens, 0-1 now. Cleveland's 0-1. That game's really a big game now because the loser, it will be stuck in last place.
Dre, like D just said, Pittsburgh wins today. Cincinnati gets by Cleveland. Cleveland comes back to Baltimore. What did you think about just that aspect going into week 2 against Cleveland? And you said it yourself, the offense got it done. They can't do any more. And the defense is even looking worse than it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, like Dee just said, the margin for error is slim, especially with today's games. I mean, you've seen that with Seattle and the 49ers. I mean, you've seen that in a close game with a division game with the Bengals and the Browns. You can't afford any mistakes. One turnover, and look what happened. Changed the whole momentum of the game, and it cost us. We were up 15 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, Lamar Jackson can't play any better. Derrick Henry, you can't play any better until the fumble. But that's what was the turning point in the football game. You cannot have turnovers in today's NFL, and it showed us and cost us today. And that might have cost us home field for the playoffs as we look in these two teams.
Raj, I mean, you talked about Harbaugh. I mean, Monken called a hell of a game. What is Zach Orr doing? It was seeming like no adjustments, no pass rush. I mean, it didn't seem like enough Mike Green was on the field. What are you seeing with this team heading into the game with Cleveland? Because I know you guys got to get ready to leave your establishment.
I don't know what to really think, bro. Like, it's one game. There's a lot to look at on film. But I'm not going to say they didn't play with heart. They just look discombobulated, like all night long. It was like Josh Allen and them. They knew what they was doing. They were more specifically going forward, but I don't know what to really expect.
D, what can we do, man? What can be done? I mean, Zach Orr, I thought his defense was going to be a lot better this season.
It looked like Zach Hoare out there tonight. Byron, the bad tackling. Wokan was out of position at time. Wiggins was in position, but a lot of times he got beat. He had a couple good plays when he stopped up, but a lot of times he got beat. They clearly need a pass rush. They have no one that can one-on-one wreck things, and they need that because Josh Allen had a lot of time tonight. When he needed to do something, he was able to do it, and that's not good. Especially you got coming up, golf, which want to make a comeback. You got, of course, Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. You got Sherrod coming up in October. You got good quarterbacks throughout the year, man. Cannot have these types of lapses on defense and get away with it because, like I said earlier, the league itself now, unless you're really bad, you're not getting blown out. It's going to be close games throughout the year. And one or two big mistakes late can get you. You had a 15-point lead into the fourth quarter. The offense put up 40 points. Should have been 41 because the kicker missed the extra point. But with that being said, only thing the offense didn't do that well, the one fumble, man. And that was the big mistake. But defensively, they stuck the joint out tonight. They was as bad as Chris Collinsworth commentator was.
7 penalties for the Ravens. Still penalties, Raj. Getting them and a lot in the second half as well, it seemed like.
Yeah, a lot of penalties. They just couldn't get right, man, on defense. Like they couldn't get right. They had a 15-point lead. Lamar Jackson's right now at the podium. He looks pissed off, but I expect it. He played flawless tonight, damn near. Carried the team like he always does. Doesn't get the proper help that he deserves, and this is the result you get. You get a 41-40 win by the other team. So I just don't know what. I mean, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Hopefully, they go out there and get Clowney. He's out there on the market. They need to bring him in here ASAP because, I mean, don't get me wrong. It is, like I said, it is one game, but still, Clowney was with this team 2 years ago, and he was one of the best pass rushers that we had. So please go out there and get him right now. But yeah, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do for real as far as like cleaning up this bull crap that we saw out there on the field. I just don't understand why they play like this. I don't get it.
And Dre, like you said, this could come back to bite the Ravens because you still have to go to Kansas City. Detroit comes here. You play Cincinnati, Pittsburgh twice. Cleveland is never easy. You got the Rams to come to Baltimore. You got some other games going to Lambeau later this year. So many games that you're going to have to, like D said, be one-score games.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, each game is crucial, and right now you can't afford any mishaps, and that's exactly what happened today. Can't take any of these wins for granted.
A lot of missed tackles too, D. I wanted to talk about that. Roquan was missing tackles. Guys were just letting guys run free after the first move, after contact. Guys running wide open down the field. I mean, what's going on with that? I thought we fixed the communication issues.
Yeah, I thought so too. We still had some issues too with the ball being snapped late, stuff of that nature. Just bad, man. Just bad stuff all the way around. And they got to step it up, man, because the schedule don't get easier. We've seen Cleveland today. They hung in there in their matchup. It's not going to be easy at all.
And with that said, we got to get up out. So, Myra, hold it down.
Yes, make sure everybody check out everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you, Raj. Appreciate you, D. Appreciate you, Dre. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to let my thoughts out, man. I did pick Buffalo in this game. And, yeah, I had a feeling, like I told Big Reg in the chat, I picked the Bills. All the Ravens fans were, oh, we're going to blow them out. Oh, we're going to dominate them. Oh, this is a revenge game. Oh, Josh Allen isn't that good. Oh, Lamar's the real MVP. Oh, they don't have anybody on the outside that can beat us. Oh, their defense, they can't stop us. But one thing they can do, and something that Buffalo has now done 21 consecutive times, which is now an NFL record, they have won the turnover battle. So for the 21st consecutive game, Buffalo has won the turnover battle. And turnovers, self-inflicted wounds, penalties are once again the damning of the Baltimore Ravens. Coaching, like they said, didn't challenge that touchback, the missed extra point, which ended up being the difference between overtime. Between overtime and the 1-point loss. Tyler Luke made all his kicks except the one extra point. The offensive line struggled a little bit. Rosengarten, Lele struggled. It's one of those games. And Josh Allen played his ass off. You have to give that brother credit. You have to give that brother credit. And I don't even think Andrews did anything, Mark. I seen your comment. I had Andrews for an anytime touchdown. I thought they would make a concerted effort to get him involved after what happened last year. And remember, no Likely today, no Keaton Mitchell, no Patrick Ricard. Those were some of the inactives. No David Ajabo. So those are things that suck. Mark Andrews, 1 catch for 5 yards. Justice Hill, 1 for 3. Bateman, 2 for 10. Henry, 1 for 13. Hopkins, 2 for 35. He had the great touchdown for 29 yards. Zay, 7 for 143, a career high with 1 touchdown, 39-yard long. And the fans was getting in the heads of the Ravens. They're hitting D-Hop on the head. Lamar is thinking he's Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, pushing guys in the stands like he's at the Malice at the Palace in Auburn Hills. You guys remember that. And like you said, Mark, they do all this, score 40 points, make all these highlight plays, and they can't close it out, because that's going to be the key for the Ravens this season. It's not going to be the offense, because we think that the offense is going to be one of the best in the NFL. Case in point right here. But being able to close out a game, being able to close out a victory, and getting a crucial stop, they have not been able to do in multiple years. And it's something that I don't know the last time I've seen them be able to do it, honestly, especially against the upper echelon teams, the Kansas Cities, the Buffaloes. These are teams you still have to go through. And like I said, you got to play Pittsburgh twice. Look at Aaron Rodgers today. He had 4 touchdowns. You look at Cincinnati, yeah, they didn't play their best, but they're going to figure it out. They're going to get their offense straight. It's week 1. So this is the biggest overreaction week, but there is no reason up 16 points in the second half, in the fourth quarter, that you don't get it done. I mean, this may be one of the toughest regular season losses I can think of in Ravens history, because you don't think that, you're going to lose a game like this. You don't think that, I'm sure a lot of fans, they were leaving the game. A lot of fans left the game. A lot of fans were literally on their way home, or on their way maybe back to Baltimore. A lot of people were turning in early, going to bed, because tomorrow's Monday. The kids got school. We got work. We got obligations. Monday's usually the toughest day of the week because we got so much going on. And they tuned out. And I'm sure they probably pissed off right now. So let's hear from Harbaugh on the loss. We got some post-game sound. This is the Baltimore Ravens post-game show. We got over 150 people in the building. Thank you guys for watching. If you're on X, come on over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that bell. We want to hear from you in the comment section. If you want to join, I'm opening up the stream. You want to join me up here? You want to give your 2 cents? You got a couple minutes? You want to rap with God's favorite host? We can talk about the game. We can talk about week 1. I'm here with you guys. It's midnight here. It is officially Monday, September 8th. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure, if you haven't already, vote on the poll. Let us know who the player of the game is. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. Thank you again for watching. Let's hear from Coach Harbaugh today after the loss here on the Baltimore Ravens post-game show. I know a lot of people are going to be saying fire Harbaugh, but we will hear about that. Let's hear from Harbaugh. This is his post-game press conference on the loss.
Very disappointing. We're just going to have to regroup and get ready to go play a long season. We got 16 games in front of us, and good football team, tough environment. Obviously, we did many good things, but we didn't play well at the end. Two big situations. The 4th down play. I mean, that's kind of a play that you don't really expect to happen. I mean, it's pretty lucky play, but they made it, and between the scrambles, I had Josh Allen played a great game, obviously, especially at the end in the fourth quarter to make those plays, scramble plays, extended completions, and then a couple big pass plays. So that's it, and we're disappointed, but we'll be fine.
Harbaugh saying they will be fine. I think Big Raj is back with me. What's going on, Raj? Or do we have Raj? Or do we Raj? We shall see. But let's sum up the Raj. I can hear you. What's up, Raj? Got you back. What's up?
Yeah, me and D in the car. So we continue
Okay.
on. the shenanigans with this was whack Ravens football team that started off the season. We can continue with the BS.
What'd you Lamar today? Let's start with Lamar. What'd you think about his play today?
So I thought Lamar had to overcome through all that crap, and he still played like the great MVP that he is. And I'm happy, and I'm happy that our brother Lamar Jackson did his thing.
D, your thoughts on Lamar?
I thought Lamar played great tonight. Thought his effort was great. The team itself put up 40 points. It's in the playoff game last year, to be honest with you.
I feel you on that. What do you think about Derrick Henry today? 18 for 169, 2 touchdowns, passes. Jim Brown on the all-time touchdown list, tied with Walter Payton for the most 150 yards or more games over the age of 30 at the running back position. D, I'll start with you on Derrick Henry. Bo Derrick, you called him, but he fumbles again?
Yeah, I think he would have took the win over the Rockets, to be honest with you. Yeah, that one punched out fumble. A lot of people gonna focus on that. He had a great night. Outside of that, had a he get an A. The fumble moves him back to an A minus, but he had a great night tonight, in my opinion. But can't have that fumble that situation, man. You gotta, if you feel it coming out, jump on that joke or something, man. You can't have that, man. But outside of that, he had a wonderful night. A wonderful night.
Close to 150 to 200 if it was possible, but he did play like a number one wide receiver. I do wish they would have got Andrews involved a little bit, but they didn't. But hey, I can't ask for everything. They did put 40 points up, but yeah, man, the offense was cooking, man. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say. The offense was cooking.
O-line. We talked about the O-line. Rosengarten seemed to be the weak link today. Not sure what was going on there. They were kind of dominating him. Can there be any improvements to this O-line? I mean, or is this kind of the group we're going to rock with?
I think this is what we're gonna have for the time being. That's why a lot of them guys should be always paying Lamar something because he makes some guys look good. Because they're getting some traditional sets, they don't look as good. And Derrick Henry even once had to move Rosengarten out the way.
Rod, you got any faith in the offensive line?
Uh, I have more faith than some people. They, like I said before, they wasn't completely terrible because we was able to score 40 points. So I can't completely blame that. He was getting hit too much for my taste, and they need to really clean that part of it up. But other than that, you score 40 points, you score 40 points. So you can't be too mad at them.
Yeah.
Get to the defense.
Oh yes.
What do you guys think about the defense? Not a lot of Trenton Simpson. And we saw Buchanan in there. We saw Roquan looking like the beginning of last year, missing tackles. D, what was going on at the corners, missing plays? I mean,
The defense in the preseason was better than the defense that you seen tonight. And the defense tonight supposed to be the starters, and they look like some starting shit out there. Look terrible, bad tackling, bad angles. People was in areas where couldn't get the plays, couldn't get the job done. They let Buffalo run on them a bit, and that's not good. Josh Allen did whatever he wanted to do for the most part. He might only got sacked once, and he's doing whatever he wanted to do. And that's not going to get it done. Especially against the people you got coming up this month, let alone throughout the year. So they gotta get that together. They got to bench a couple people, do it. Ojabo's presence was missed tonight. I don't know why he was inactive. You might because you need all the pass rushing help you can get. And like Roger said, they might need to make the phone call to Clowney. They get him week 2. His contract ain't guaranteed throughout the year, so they can cut him in if they need to. But they need to do something, man. 'Cause you can't be giving them no 40 points every week. You're gonna get beat. Can't give them 41 points every week.
let's hear from Kyle Hamilton real quick, guys.
Okay.
No, I mean that was a completely different game. Just the way the game flow went brings back memories of us doing this multiple times in the past few years. So I don't want the Ravens to be known as a team that gets up big and goes to lead. So it's not who we are, and we got to prove that to everybody else because as of right now, that's what we've been doing in these games. So it's up to us to go back and fix that. And I know we have the people in the room, in the building to do it. It's just a matter of getting it done, honestly.
Raj, can this defense ever get a stop in winning time to save this offense and Lamar Jackson?
I think they can. I think they can get it stopped in winning time. They're just gonna have to really focus and get that stuff together, man. Like they have not played together at all until today. Okay, they have the starting defense has not played together at all. A lot of those guys had played no preseason, like D said, and it showed. It completely showed out there. So I think they just gonna have to buckle down, figure out what works, what doesn't work, and shore up a couple of things, man, because they got too much talent and too much money spent back there again. And Malachi was the best draft pick in the draft, safety wise. Mr. Green needs to be out there a little bit more. Calvin Noyd and Owe they got to get it together. And Roquan is making $20 million a year to be a leader on the defense. So they're gonna have to. They're gonna have no choice but to get it together and start making some plays and getting some turnovers with his team if we want to make it to where we want to make it to. So yeah, they're gonna have to get it together. I think they will get it together. They just got slapped in the face tonight. Hopefully they learn from it and they get better moving forward.
The Ravens are the first team in NFL history to score 40 points and rush for 235 yards in a loss. Teams were previously 277 and 0. D, is this team a bunch of choke artists?
They starting to get that label, man. 'Cause we've been saying this stuff the last couple of years. Now it's getting old, getting long in the tooth now. When you need to get it done, don't get it done, man. It's getting old. It's getting old, man. And it's making Lamar look bad, and a lot of it ain't his fault. I mean, dang, he got to go out there and stop the other team too. Jesus, come on.
I just hate the fact that in these moments, I mean, don't get me wrong, Lamar is not perfect. He does cough up the ball sometimes, but it's like,
He didn't do it tonight.
but it's like the defense does not help him at all. They don't get any turnovers or stop the people they need to stop, and that's been the biggest problem with the Ravens as a whole. Is the defense is paid a lot of money and they don't get any turnovers. As in our counterparts, as in Patrick Mahomes and them, they'll get turnovers. Or the Buffalo Bills, they'll get turnovers. Clearly, as you saw tonight, they'll get the crucial turnover. We haven't done that, so that's been the biggest reasons why we can never get over the hump as far as like in winning time and against big teams like the Bills or the Chiefs or even the Titans back in the day.
Ravens were up 40-25 with 4 minutes left, 99.1% chance of winning. Crazy when you hear that. Like you see, we got a new number added to the Harbaugh blown lead list. I know you guys might not can see the screen, but D, I think they updated that you put the chat last year of all the blown leads.
Oh,
I don't know
joy.
if you guys can see it though, but they just added that to it as well.
He said that. He said that in the text group chat.
I
got you. I'll put that in.
Yeah, we can't. We can't see anything. We could just hear the sound of your voice.
Surely we'll be riding past M&T Bank. They might need the National Guard out here. What are you going to say now?
I mean,
Yeah, we're literally about to pass it.
45-47 tried to tell y'all. 45-47 tried to tell y'all, but they got the Dolphins game, that Buffalo game a couple years ago, the Giants game, the Jacksonville Jaguars game, the Steelers game, that Browns game, the Raiders game last year, or 2 years ago, I think, or last year, whatever, and then the game
That was
tonight.
last year.
Okay, last year. So there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a picture of that and put that in the chat for you guys. But Harbaugh. Let's talk about coaching. Let's start with Zach Orr, Todd Monken, and Harbaugh. D, I'll start with you on coaching.
I thought Todd, we're going to have to separate them big time tonight. Thought Moncton got get an A-. I thought he called a very good game. Put the offense in position to get it done. They scored 40 points. I mean, damn, it's not. I don't know that much Moncton can do. Harbaugh, friend of mine would call him. Had that dumb look on his face most of the night. he gets a C minus. I mean, you see that what you call it didn't have a touchback. Clearly, he ain't going there. Kind of help your team out. You see the momentum start to shift. Throw the flag out, make them challenge it, see what it is. I mean, it's banners. Zach Orr, you look at him, give your ass an F tonight. You're gonna get a D minus. And you barely deserve that. You want a job? I'm gonna make some damn adjustments, man. Playing zone, playing all that other stuff in key situations, and you see that what you call is killing you. You got at some point you might have to bring the house, man. You gotta do something to stop Josh Allen from killing you like he's doing. Point blank, bottom line. So that's the grade in the coaching staff. Bumpton had a good night. Harbaugh, he just looked clueless. Zach Orr got it handed to him like he did earlier in the year last year.
Raj, go ahead.
I mean, D pretty much said it all, man. He's right. Zach Orr. Well, Zach Orr. I don't know what to really give him. I don't know if I should give him an F, a D, or get him fired right now. I don't know what I don't know, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of this wasn't his fault because the players out there have to play, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people were in the right positions to make plays. They just didn't make them. So I can't really say if it's him or not. We're gonna have to wait, going forward to see if they fix themselves or if this problem continues. But as far as Todd Monken's concerned, he had a great game plan tonight. He exploited every weakness that you could think of from the Buffalo Bills. So he has to get an A. And Harbaugh, again, man, I keep saying this, bro. I just I don't know if he's right for this team, man. Because it's the little things, bro. I keep saying it over and over and over again. He doesn't pay details to the little things, and it's right in front of his face, and everybody can see it except him. And I just don't get it, bro. I really don't. Like D said, the momentum was shifting. You're standing on the sidelines looking like Eli Manning. We can't have that, bro. You gotta know when to make a you gotta know when to do something. You have to know. As a head coach that's been here since 2008, you have to know when it's time to actually do something to help your team out, and he doesn't do it time and time again. So I don't know to really give him either a C, a D, or F, or what. I don't know. I don't know.
I know you guys are driving, so I'll let you guys get out of here after this. Cleveland week 2, Flacco returns to Baltimore. What are your thoughts early on and looking at this game initially? I think pretty healthy coming out as well, injury wise. Marlon and Kyle Hamilton did return.
I don't know what to really expect from going into week 2. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid of Flacco coming back, especially the way this defense is looking. I don't know what to really expect, bro. I thought it was going to be, I go say an easy game, but I think we're going to, I think we're going to play them tough and hard. We should, but will the outcome be the way we want it? I don't know. I don't know what Ravens team is going to show up next week. So I am a little afraid, just because this is a divisional opponent. The Browns know us. Flacco was with us for like the first 11, 10 years of his career. So I don't know what to really expect. I don't know what to really expect going into week 2.
All right, fellas, I appreciate y'all. I know y'all riding through. Y'all can bow out. I'll close everything out then. But any final thoughts for the people, and let them know, Raj, what to do on social media if they're watching right now.
If you're new to the Flex Zone podcast, hit the like and subscribe button. This is what we do. We do post game shows. Sometimes Ravens watch alongs, Commanders post game shows, and preview shows and preview shows for the Ravens. Also wrestling. We cover that as well. Hit the like and subscribe. If you want to become a member, hit the join button. Costs you nothing. And yeah, man, this is what we do. This is very disappointing start to the NFL season yet again, but it is what it is. Hopefully, we can make some adjustments going forward. and we could play like the team that we're supposed to be looking like on Madden.
Yeah, 'cause the loser Cleveland Baltimore is 0-2 as a whole. Want to be in that type of hole.
Man. Any takeaways from week 1 real quick for y'all hop off? Any big takeaways?
The Miami Dolphins suck, and McDaniel is a dead coach Walker right now. His job's on him.
And also, Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. There you go.
Duck Dodger. Raj D, appreciate you guys. We'll do it again next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yes, sir. I'll close it out. Thank you.
I'll catch you later, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks again. Appreciate you, D. And shout out to Dre as well. I know he was here as well. So thank you to those 3 gentlemen.
Bye, man.
They were literally getting kicked out as they were on the post-game show. So appreciate them. That's how bad it was. Dave and Buster's wasn't even letting folk wallow in sorrow for a little bit. But you seen the close losses I put up. Just so many losses that were just heartbreaking. And you see it here. You see it on the list. Add this game to it. Yeah, you can't have stuff like that happen. Definitely can't have stuff like that happen. But it is week 1, and it is the biggest overreaction week of the season. And it's crazy when you sit back and think about just how this game played out. 99.1% chance of winning. And Josh Allen had 3 scores in the final 4 minutes. Matt Prater, 32-yard field goal as time expired. 16 points in the last 3:56 from Buffalo. That 9-play, 66-yard drive with 1 minute, 26 seconds remaining led to the game-winning field goal. So that was a flawlessly executed, not even 2-minute drive. That wasn't even 90 seconds. 1 minute, 26 seconds. He was 33 of 46, was Allen, 394 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 on the ground with his legs as well. Lamar did have 14 of 19, 210, 2 touchdowns, 70 yards on the ground with a rushing touchdown as well. As mentioned, Derrick Henry, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, but had a fumble with 3:06 left. Yes, UConn 4.56, 99.1%. Man, Matt Prater said, and I quote, "The biggest thing I saw when we got down early is no one blinked. The Bills got to within 40-32 when Keon Coleman caught the deflected pass from Josh, 4th and 2. Henry then fumbled, and then Allen with the 1-yard run. The 2-point conversion did fail. The Ravens went 3 and out, and it left plenty of time for Josh Allen and the Bills. And they became the first team in NFL history to lose, like I said, while scoring 40 or more points, 235 yards or more rushing. Lamar says, and I quote, "You got to finish the game. It's not over until there's 0-0-0 on the clock," and we found that out tonight. This did live up to the hype. Remember the 27-25 divisional round playoff last year? Like I said, the Bills are undefeated at home last year, including the playoffs. Start the season undefeated at home. Last season at Highmark Stadium before they move into their new stadium next season. And they won the turnover battle now in 21 consecutive games. And it's once again the difference in these games. The Ravens did score on 7 of their first 8 possessions and were up 40-25 on Henry's 46-yard run with 11:42 left. As mentioned, Lamar Jackson did shove a fan after they tapped DeAndre Hopkins on his head, as well as tapping Lamar as well. D-Hop had a fabulous one-handed catch. He had 2 catches on the day as well. Now, the new facility for the Bills is a $2.1 billion facility constructed across the street, I believe 60,000 plus seats. And yeah, the Ravens look better, but it's all about who wins and loses at the end of the day. And at the end of each half, Josh Allen led those scoring drives, field goal at the end of the half, and then the field goal to win the game as well. Remember, Tyler Bass is on injured reserve for the Bills, injured hip and groin issues, so he'll be out at least the first 4 weeks. The Bills go to the Jets next week. Remember, they play in the AFC East, so they have a pretty favorable outcome in their division. So they are going to be in the playoffs. They are going to be one of the teams competing for home field in the AFC. And we saw this tonight. This is going to be a game you look back on and you say, hey, if we could have won that, could we have had home field? But I think inevitably for the Ravens to get where they need to go, which is the Super Bowl, and win it, they're going to have to go through Buffalo and Kansas City at least, but definitely Buffalo for sure. because Buffalo right now looks like the best team in the AFC after 1 week, if I do say so myself. Tyler Lute made 2 field goals in his debut, but he missed a costly extra point. 6th-round draft pick. Remember, he replacing Justin Tucker, so everything he does is going to be on a grander scale. It's going to be under a larger microscope. It's going to be judged by every minute detail. Allen is the reigning MVP, and Lamar Jackson had the offense that finished second in the NFL as scoring, and the offense picked up right where it left off as they had 4,000 yards passing and 3,000 yards rushing as well. Zay Flowers, career high, 143 yards and a touchdown. Like Roger said, kind of wondered why they didn't go to him more. But Derrick Henry did pass Jim Brown to move into 6th on the career rushing touchdown list with 108. And he matched Brown's record with his 13th game with at least 150 yards rushing and 2 scores. The costly fumble was the only turnover on the game, 1st and 10 from the 41 of Baltimore. Ed Oliver, who had a hell of a game for the Bills, their defense just came alive in the second half, knocked the ball out. Terrell Bernard recovered it at the Baltimore 30. And Bernard was the guy who knocked the ball out of tight end Mark Andrews' hands last year. Buffalo had 497 yards of offense. The teams combined for 929. Real quick to the injury report, like I said, Kyle Hamilton did leave, but he returned between the 3rd and 4th quarter break as he had 2 fingers wrapped around his right hand. So his 2 fingers on his right hand were wrapped. Bills kick returner Brandon Codrington got his knee examined and entered the game later. As mentioned, the Ravens welcomed back Joe Flacco to Baltimore in week 2 for the home opener, and the Bills traveled to the Jets on Sunday as well. The Jets with a close loss to the Steelers. So there you have it with that one. Ducks. And I mean, when you see stuff like this, I mean, it is what it is. It's a choke job. It's a disappointing loss. It's a devastating loss. It's an embarrassing loss. It's a heartbreaking loss. Insert whatever adjective you want to use. I mean, this is already probably the game of the year in the NFL, and we're already in week 1. Like I said, the first time a 41-40 game. So you scoregami, folks. You had that there, but that is not what you want to be known for if you're the Baltimore Ravens. And this is all under Harbaugh. This is all under Harbaugh, unfortunately. And this is just something that we've seen. And it seems like it's never over until it shows on the clock, because it sucks. Like D said, this may be the most devastating regular season loss I can remember. And this may be just as bad as the playoff loss because you were dominating the entire time and then you still end up losing. So that was a tough one. And it's no way, it's no way that this is normal. It's no way that this is something that we have to be used to, but it's something. Nobody beats the Ravens like the Baltimore Ravens. So when you think about that, you got to remember every day when you watch this team, and it sucks. We did see Keaton Mitchell was a healthy scratch. David Ajabo was a healthy scratch. So no Ruben Lowry, Pat Ricard dealing with the injury, Isaiah Likely as well, Carson Benson as well. So these were the inactives today. We'll pull that up, courtesy of Kyle Barber of the Banner. But it sucks. It sucks. I'm sorry, beat down, but it sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks why we couldn't have a guy like Mitchell in there maybe to help with some of the explosiveness of the offense. But like we said, can't really beat the offense up too much. Todd Monken called a hell of a game. They scored 40 points. Defensively, though, that is the key here, and that is kind of where we're at with it. But Todd Monken did a hell of a job. And not having a guy like Ajabo in there to help get after a guy like Josh Allen. Think about maybe what he maybe could have contributed. So it sucks. It really sucks because this is not what you want to be known by as a team. And we got a stat here, which I want to pull up to let things marinate for a little bit. And I appreciate all you guys rocking with me up late, as we know it tomorrow. John Harbaugh has 17 blown double-digit leads in the second half, the most since at least 1991. So Harbaugh's been here 18 years. That pretty much equates to every year he's here, he's blown at least one double-digit lead. That is something that you got to look at. I like Harbaugh. I think he's one of the best coaches in the league. But like they said, not challenging the touchback or not. Looks like he was standing there clueless with the "Where's Waldo" look on his face. And it sucks because he's a likable guy. He's a player's coach. But when you have these stats and you have these things start to become a trend, and it's not just once every couple years, and you already can't get it done in the playoffs, can't even get to the Super Bowl, have blown games at home with an AFC championship, have lost to Buffalo in the playoffs multiple times. This is crazy. Since 1991. This is courtesy of Josh Dubow of the AP. So 17 double-digit leads in the second half. That is crazy to think. And that sucks. That sucks. Real quick, though, shout out to D-Hop. He has now caught a touchdown from 15 different players, tied fourth most in NFL history as well. So there you go for D-Hop. Pretty much doing it with whomever the quarterback is out there. I could be the quarterback. He'll score a touchdown. He's quarterback proof. And some receivers are just like that. I think about Terry McLaurin before Jaden Daniels got to the Commanders. So he does it again today. But shout out to D-Hop. Like D said, going to be that new Aguilar, get 2 to 3 catches a game. And he can make those contested catches at the high point of the football, especially in the red zone there as well. So that is something to look forward to also. I did see here, let me pull this up. John Harbaugh did say Lamar Jackson had some cramping going into fourth down when they had the ball, and that could have altered some of the play calls available. So, I don't know. Excuse? Probably. But that is crazy to think about. That is an incredible stat. That is an incredible stat. And I agree. I picked the Bills, ladies and gentlemen. I picked the Bills. We have a picks group. I picked the Bills. We did picks on week 1 on the flagship. I picked the Bills. I said either the Ravens going to blow them away and blow them out by 10 points, 7 to 10 points, or the Bills will win a close one. Last second field goal. And unfortunately, I was correct. And the Bills are good. Josh Allen is good. You can't take anything away from that brother. He is doing his thing, and he's doing a hell of a job as well here today. We got some more stats we'll look at. Let's look at these numbers as well, courtesy of Josh. There have been 4 games since the start of last season when starting quarterbacks combined for 700 yards, rushing and throwing. 7 touchdowns and 0 turnovers. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson tonight. Bills won 41-40. Josh Allen versus Jared Goff, week 15 of 2024. Bills 48-42. They got the win. Josh Allen versus Matthew Stafford, week 14, 24. Rams win 44-42. And Jamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow, week 10 last year, 2024. Ravens win 35-34. So Josh Allen not turning the ball over. And that's been his biggest weakness. He's turned the ball over in crucial moments, but Josh Allen isn't doing that anymore. He's making the clutch plays. He's able to extend plays with his legs. He has a cannon for an arm. He can make all the throws. He's calm, cool, collected. He's clutch. He's a leader of men. You can tell these guys love playing for him. The development of Keon Coleman, he looks like he's going to emerge as a potential number 1 receiver. Shakir, Kincaid, he even had the 3rd tight end out there. What was the guy's name? I don't even know the dude's name. What was the guy's? What was the dude's name? What was the 3rd tight end? I gotta look it up.
Go Google it.
Who? It was Jackson Hawes, the 3rd string tight end, 29 yards down the sideline. So that is crazy to think about as well. And it sucks because man, they just blew this terrible lead, and more Harbaugh stuff. More Harbaugh news. Not good if you're a Harbaugh fan like myself. But only what does it say? Only 4 coaches or coaches to lose twice in regular season when leading by 15 or more points at the start of the fourth quarter. John Harbaugh in 55 opportunities, Webb Eubank in 42 opportunities, and Marion Campbell in 6 opportunities as well. So there's another stat. Let's see if we got any more from Mr. As I mentioned, 17 blowing double-digit leads in the second half for most. Josh Allen had his 7th career game with multiple passing touchdowns and multiple rushing touchdowns, the most in NFL history. No other player has even 5 such games. So that's crazy to think about as well. Josh Allen. Yeah, Dawson Knox had a couple catches, but it was the number 85, the third string tight end, who had a great catch down the seam, who's known for a blocker. Appreciate the subscription as well. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. We are at 12:40 a.m. Monday, September 8th, 2025. I'm yours truly, God's favorite host, Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills post-game show. We cover the Ravens, but we cover all 32 NFL teams, and we have a flagship podcast on Monday nights and so many other things to talk about. We were live earlier with the Washington Commanders post-game show, so there you have it there. Most passing yards in the fourth quarter of a win since 1991. Boomer Esiason, 252. November 10th, 1996. And Josh Allen, 251 versus the Ravens tonight. I don't know what the Ravens were doing on defense as well. You just see the win probability. And it's crazy because the Orioles, just last night, were getting no hit through 8 2/3. They were down to the last out. And they were able to win that game on a walk-off, 4-3. They were able to get some walks, hit by pitch, a clutch hit, and look at them now. They won yesterday. So it's kind of crazy that the reverse of it happened to the football team, and John Harbaugh blows yet another lead. And that is inexcusable to say the least there as well. Yeah, let me see if it's anything from Josh Dubow there. Matt Prater kicked winning field goals in 2 of these 4 games tonight and 2011 for the Broncos. So there you go. Josh Allen and the Bills are the 4th team since 2000 to win a game trailing by 15 or more points with less than 4:10 to play. Others all did it in overtime. Saints versus Washington, November 19, 2017, Drew Brees. Broncos versus Dolphins, October 23rd, 2011, Tim Tebow. Colts versus Buccaneers, the great Peyton Manning, October 6, 2003. So that's crazy to think about right there as well. So just, it's terrible that they blew this type of lead, and it sucks because that 17 blown leads in the second half, double-digit leads, that's going to kill me because since 1991, man, it sucks. It really sucks. Really sucks to see that as well. And as mentioned, teams with 40 points and 235 rushing yards, 277-0. Now 277-1 for the Ravens. So crazy to think about. Crazy. 6th ever quarterback is Josh Allen with 400 passing yards and rushing yards. 400 rushing and passing yards, 4 touchdowns and 0 turnovers in week 1. Dak did it. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, and Phil Simms as well. So, and you look at Kyle Shanahan's also on that list as well. Over the last 10 seasons, most blown double-digit lead, John Harbaugh with 8, Kyle Shanahan with 6. So crazy to think about. Crazy to think about as well. And it just sucks because it just sucks, man. Most regular season losses after leading by double digits in fourth quarter. Since 1991, Andy Reid with 13. And who grew under the learning tree of Andy Reid, the coaching tree? John Harbaugh, he has 9. So crazy to think about. And you see the great play from Lamar Jackson here. Traveled 75.88 yards on this play. He makes at least 1 or 2 of these plays every game. So Lamar was great. Offense was great. Definitely sucks. Definitely sucks when you see a game like that. And it sucks. But look at Derrick Henry, most games with 175 plus rushing yards, including the playoffs. Derrick Henry with 14. Barry Sanders with 13. LaDainian Tomlinson with 12. Derrick Henry clearly on a Hall of Fame route. He'll be there in Canton real soon. Definitely diabolical. Shout out to you, Ashley Shelton. Became the leader in rushing touchdowns for Buffalo. Yep, he did pass Walter Thurman. Mark, great stat there. Great call out. The Hall of Famer, Walter Thurman, 2007 Hall of Fame inductee, Walter Thurman, who was there tonight. Josh Allen passed him tonight, and that record is going to be probably unbreakable by the time Josh Allen is done. Yeah, Josh Allen is getting a lot of rushing touchdowns. Him, Jalen Hurts, they are doing the damn thing. And here you go. Most games with a touchdown run and a touchdown pass right on cue. Josh Allen with 47, Cam Newton 46, Steve Young with 38. So crazy to think about there as well. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks to think about. And that's pretty much what I had from all the stats. I wanted to pull up all the numbers and kind of see, like I said, the Ravens take a tough loss here today. And I don't know what to say. It sucks because this team's better than that. This team is better than blowing multiple double-digit leads in the second half, in the fourth quarter. It's just something you don't like to see. You don't have a, and the Ravens aren't even posting nothing on their damn social media. They posted Harbaugh and Kyle Hamilton. I was hoping to hear from someone else, but let me see if I can find Lamar talking after the game tonight. I did want to hear what he had to say, but here we go. Here we go. Okay, Lamar's talking about pushing the fan. Let's go. Let's look at that real quick. Let's look at that from Lamar. Let's look at that. He did mention and talk about that. Let me see.
I seen him slap D Hop, which I wasn't really. He slapped me. He said he talking, so I just forgot where I was for a little bit, But you gotta think in those situations. You got security out there. You got security handle it. But I just let my emotion get the best of me. But hopefully it don't happen again. I learned.
I mean, if you guys had that same fight on defense, I mean, maybe we having a different conversation right now. I mean, Lamar Jackson, we need you to be a quarterback. We don't need you being Meta World Peace. We don't need you being Ron Artest, like I said. Leave that to security. Leave that to guys who don't mean everything to this organization. You go out there and push a fan and you break your wrist or sprain your wrist. You go out there and push a fan, you break your thumb or break your finger on your throwing hand, or you hurt your shoulder. Or something inevitable that can happen to this team, because we know how the injury bug loves to peek out and show its ugly head and ugly face and its beady eyes on this team and do little things that happen out of nowhere. Thankfully, Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton are okay. Seems like they'll be good moving forward as well. And kind of sucks. Now, Lamar did pay homage to Kobe Bryant tonight with his fit. Let's pull that up real quick. He did pull up to the game with the Kobe shirt, so that's always good to see. He played like Kobe tonight. Too bad he can't play defense too, but there you go from Lamar Jackson there. So had on his Kobe fit, nice Kobe shirt, always good to see. But as you can see of the push, let's pull it up. This is the view of the push here. I got a better view of it so we can see. And let me know, guys, what you think. This is your show too. I'm rambling. I'm just speaking. I'm amped up. I'm not sleepy anymore. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight, and I probably won't sleep again until after next week if they can win this game. But let's look at the play from Lamar when he pushed the guy.
Man, over by the fence, fan hits him up on the head, and then hits Lamar Jackson. And after that fan, it wasn't celebrating at all, hit him. Man, over by the.
There you go. You can see he tapped D-Hop. Then Lamar, he tapped as well. And there you go. There you go. There you go. And that's really what everyone's talking about now. You blow a lead, you choke, and then you do something like this. You push a fan. I'm sure it'll probably be fine. I'm sure. It's crazy. It's crazy. But buying a ticket doesn't give you a right to act like an asshole. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, if anything, to this team. But man, it sucks. It sucks. That was definitely terrible. That was definitely terrible. it sucks. Man, that was tough. That was tough. Like I said, all you can see is you can see the anguish. He didn't even take off his outfit. He didn't take off his uniform, Lamar. So that sucks. Yeah, I mean that's there, and unfortunately, the Ravens left one here, 41-40, and it's nights. You know, Derrick Henry runs wild. Zay Flowers has a career, and this was a shot of the Ravens players were to run back on the field because remember at halftime it was 1 second left. They first said the time had ran out, so the Ravens left and come back on the field, and then they had to deal with the play.
Yeah, we are at 25. That's pretty much. Tackle by 44, Humphrey. Like 25, you think? Yeah, we are at 25.
So there you go. They had to come back on the field because they ran off quick as hell. And this is, you know, it sucks. It definitely sucks because, I mean, man, it sucks. It sucks. He had an A performance, though. He had an A performance. I mean, you can't really ask much more. This is the first time the Ravens lost when Derrick Henry rushes for over 100 yards. They were, what, 9-0, I believe, 1-0 in the playoffs. So, and now you see stuff like this. The narrative is going to be so terrible on these shows tomorrow, on these platforms. This is what you're going to see. Is Lamar Jackson a choke artist? This things you don't want to see with your quarterback. Because now, not only do you have the hiccups that you have in the playoffs, you got to deal with it in the regular season as well. So that's pretty much that. Oh, here we go. We got Lamar talking about taking responsibility. Okay, well that was basically the same clip. Yeah, it's a short night. It's a short night, and you barely hear from the team. The team doesn't really post anything for you to use, but it sucks, man. So that's how this team, you know, the turnover battle. It's what you do in situations, the self-inflicted, and it seems like it yet again dooms the Ravens here today. And did the Ravens get a little conservative offensively? And that's a question to look at. That's a question to look at. And like I said, this is just a list of all these blown leads throughout the years. Just the list of situations that have happened. Going back to the Miami game, you had Buffalo before, Giants, Jaguars, Steelers, Raiders, Steelers again, Patriots, Steelers again, Patriots again, Browns, Steelers again, Saints, against the Steelers again, Titans, against the Dolphins again, against Buffalo again. I mean, Jesus Christ. Tonight, the Browns. I mean, there's so many blown games. Keaton was inactive, Mark. He was inactive today. I don't know why. Ajabo inactive, a guy that can maybe help rush the passer. I don't know why. It sucks. And I think what the Bills had, let me pull up the numbers here. The Bills had how many yards rushing? 108 yards rushing. One of my keys, keep them under. They didn't do that. 5 penalties or less, they had 7. No big plays. They gave up a lot of big plays. I mean, they rushed for over 200 yards. The receivers caught the passes for the most part, no drops. Lamar was good, but they turned the ball over. Luke missed the extra point. It sucks. I don't know why, Mark. I don't know why. But that's pretty much that. It sucks because, you know, you do all this, you have all these missed tackles, communication issues, guys running wide open down the field. You can't get a turnover and help out your offense. Can't really get any pressure. You get, what, 1 sack? Matabike got that. Roquan had 10 tackles, but he probably missed another 3 or 4. Kyle Hamilton, 9 tackles. Malachi Starks was 7. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. But Ed Oliver was crazy today. He had a sack, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, hit the quarterback, Joey Bosa forced a fumble as well. So, I mean, it's something to look at, you know. Matt Milano had a sack. So the offensive line wasn't that great either. Rosengarten, Lele struggled a bit. Voorhees, I guess, was okay. And like we said, this game next week is very important because the Bengals and the Steelers won. Loser of this game against the Ravens and the Browns is 0-2, which you don't want to do and be early on in the season. As mentioned, Josh Allen, 33 of 46, 394, 2 touchdowns, was only sacked once, 78.8 QBR, 112 rating. Lamar, 144 rating, 94 QBR, sacked twice, 2 touchdowns, 11-yard average, 209 yards, 14 of 19. So he didn't even really have to throw the ball that much. Derrick Henry, 18 for 169, 2 touchdowns, a long of 49. Lamar, 6 for 70, 1 touchdown, 19-yard long. Zay Flowers, I don't like how Zay on these jet sweeps and on these little push passes, screen passes, he just falls down or slips and slides all the time. So he had a career game, though, receiving. Justice Hill had 2 carries for -14. Ali 1 for 5. Zay Flowers 7 for 143, 9 targets. He didn't play the last time they played in Buffalo, but kind of wondering, like you said, why they didn't go to him more. Bateman was kind of locked up all game, 2 for 10. Henry 1 for 13. Hopkins 2 for 35 with the fabulous touchdown. Andrews 1 for 5, 1 target. I thought they would make a concerted effort to get Andrews involved. He only had 1 target. So I don't know if that was the flow of the game, but I think Andrews needs to have more than 1 target. Justice Hill, 1 for 3. On the Buffalo side, look how they spread the ball around. How many receivers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers. I can count. Yes, I can count. I can count, even at this late hour. 10 different receivers, 8 for 112. Keon Coleman, like I said, I think he's going to ascend to that number 1 receiver. What he was projected to be coming out of Florida State. Big, tall receiver, can go up and get the ball. And once he gets going after the catch, you can see it there. Had a 25-yard long. Khalil Shakir, one of the good slot receivers, 6 for 64. Palmer, the acquisition from San Diego, or Los Angeles, excuse me. A very underrated receiver, 5 for 61. James Cook, 5 for 58 with that 51-yard screen pass, which seemed like the Ravens just gave up on, missed tackles. And thankfully, Nate Wiggins saved a touchdown, but Jesus Christ. Kincaid, 4 for 48. Hans, like I mentioned, the third tight end, 1 for 29 down the seam. Knox, 2 for 20. Moore, 1 for 3. I mean, there you go on 9 different receivers. Johnson didn't have a catch. He dropped one on the wheel route that he had Buchanan beat on. And Ray Davis, 1 for -1 yard as well. And rushing-wise, James Cook, 13 for 44. They kept him in check for the most part. His longest was 11 yards. He had a touchdown, though. Allen, they kept him in check. He only had 30 yards rushing. I said keep him under, 50 if you can. 2.1, he had 2 touchdowns. Ty Johnson, 2 for 24. Ray Davis, 1 for 2. Elijah Moore, who they can have as well, 1 for 8. So they got a lot of different receivers. They can spread the ball around. And I think you didn't really see it today. They can run the ball well, too. They usually can run the ball for 150, 175 yards. So, they are a team that can ground and pound as well. And the offensive line is really good. They played good in the second half. They kind of dominated the Ravens defensive line. And the Ravens defensive line was worn out, tired, couldn't chase around Josh Allen. And he had all day to throw. And that's kind of the thing. Week 1, most players aren't in shape. This is their first time playing 60 minutes because they don't play in the preseason like that anymore. Guys aren't loose. Guys cramp up. Guys get hurt easier. And you kind of saw that today. Defensively, sucked. Roquan, 10 tackles. Like I said, Beneford, the Baltimore County native, 7 tackles. Ed Oliver was dominant. Rapp was 6. I don't know why they didn't play DeMar Hamlin more. He had a really good playoff last year. Was really good at helping contain Derrick Henry and caused a fumble and really can tackle, but it is what it is. They have a lot of depth on their defense, too. They bring a lot of guys in and out. Rousseau, Milano, Bishop, Williams, Rapp, Oliver, Benford. Bosa's there. He's going to bring a veteran presence. So, heartbreaking ending to say the least. Devastating loss, whatever you want to call it. Game of the year already in week 1. And I appreciate all you guys staying up late with us. And on the return aspect, Codrington, 5 for 139. He had a couple good returns. The kick coverage on special teams wasn't that great either. That was an issue last year coming into this game. That was something that was one of my keys. 5 for 139, average of 27.8. Ty Johnson, 2 for 54, 27-yard average. Rasheen Ali had a nice return of 41, 27.8. So you see why he is on this team. You see why he is returning kicks with Justice Hill. Wester had 1 for 6. I thought he did a good job. Not trying to do too much. Didn't muff any punts. He had the close call of the ball hitting, I think it would have been Keon Coleman, but it hit the Buffalo Bills player first. Tyler Luke, 2 for 2. From 52 was his long, 4 for 5 on extra points, and that was the difference in the game. Matt Prater, 3 for 3, 2 for 2 on extra points. He had a 43-yard long as well. Brad Robbins, 4 for 158, 39.5, 1 inside the 20, a long of 48. Jordan Stout, pretty consistent. I love what he does. He just goes about his job. 3 for 152, 50-yard average, 1 inside the 20, and 59-yard long as well. So heartbreaking loss for the Ravens, and they fall to the Bills 41-40. Real quick around the NFL. We'll go through the scores real quick. Touch on them. We started on Thursday. You know that the Eagles beat the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb couldn't catch a goal, dropping passes. Eagles still a pass in the NFC. Jalen Hurts, top 10 quarterback, calm, cool, collected. Saquon didn't have his best day, but Jalen Hurts always makes the right play and always makes the smart play. But the Cowboys defense came alive in the second half, only gave up 3 points. It was only 3 points after the weather delay, which I'm sure changed the trajectory of the game. But it's going to be interesting to see. The NFC East is always interesting, but to beat a man, you got to beat the man, and the Eagles are still the man in the NFL. Chargers beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to have a tough start to the season. Like I said, they could be 3-3 after the Rashee Rice incident. Xavier Worthy's hurt. We don't know how long he's going to be out. But Mahomes' magic wasn't enough. Chargers didn't charger. Herbert makes all the plays when you needed to most. Big time run. They get the win. And they're going to be a team to look out for as well. Buccaneers beat the Falcons. Falcons had a chance to tie it up. Young Way Cool missed the kick. He's been pretty clutch. I think Michael Penix played well. Bijan had a nice catch. But Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are still the class of this division. And Emeka Egbuka, the rookie out of Ohio State. No Chris Godwin. Mike Evans, 1,000 yards every season. He gets it done. Bengals, Browns. Bengals win 17-16 over the Browns. And they escaped with it. Jamar Chase didn't have a great game. T. Higgins didn't have a great game. They combined for like 50-something yards. But the defense of the Bengals got enough stops. Only gave up 6 points in the second half. Henderson had a sack. And I think they only had no yards in the second half, the Bengals, and still won. So big win there. Maybe the shock of the day. As we said, the Dolphins are maybe everybody could be gone. Tyreek Hill, Mike McDaniel, Tua, 8 points, and that was in garbage time. They were getting shut out by Danny Dimes and the Colts. Mark, I know you're in the chat. 272. I disrespected you guys. I apologize. Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. Colts get the win. You know, Mark, the Colts were 0-10-1 with 1 tie. So 0-10-1. 10 losses, 1 tie in their last 11 season openers. If I would have known that before the picks, I would have picked you guys. You guys get your first season opener win in a while. So great job there by the Colts getting it done. And finally, winning on a season opener game as well. Browns might have the best defense in the division. They do have a pretty good defense as well. But congrats to your Colts, Mark. I know we slid them. I know we said they're going to suck, but I know you're feeling good right now because you have a better record than the Ravens. Raiders, Patriots, I thought this game could be either way, 20-13. And Ashton Genty, touchdown. Geno had a touchdown as well. He threw a pick. Brock Bowers, over 100 yards again. And the Raiders defense getting it done. I think Mad Max had a sack as well. So there you go on that end. Cardinals escaped by the Saints 20-13. There was a big hit in this game by Will Johnson on Chris Olave. Saints projected to be the worst team in the NFL. We'll see. I like what the Cardinals are doing. I think they'll be in the mix for the playoffs potentially this year as well. But we shall indeed see there. Where we want to go? Let's see. Steelers and Jets, maybe the game of the day before the Ravens and Bills. And Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. Passes, or now 1 behind Brett Favre fourth on the all-time list. I think he can get us maybe even up to like 3. So we'll see what happens there. But Brees Hall had over 100 yards. Garrett Wilson was rocked by Jalen Ramsey on that 4th down. And the Steelers, man, I call them the cockroaches. No matter what you do to them, no matter how many yards they give up on the ground, no matter what the quarterback play may be, bringing in Aaron Rodgers, having a bunch of new names, a bunch of guys on 1-year deals, a bunch of individuals who, maybe consider washed. They find a way to get it done, get the stops they need on defense, TJ Watt and the crew. And the Steelers are going to be a team to reckon with. I think they're a playoff team anyway. Mike Tomlin doesn't have a losing season. It would not shock me if they win 10, 11 games just because of the veteran leadership they have and their ability to close out and win games where the Ravens falter, collapse, and choke and lose games. So that's something to see and look forward to as well. Yeah, Will Johnson did light him up. He lit up Chris Olave. That was crazy. And Joe Burrow got lit up by Myles Garrett too. So there you go. Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. We talked about that on the Washington Commanders post-game show. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Jackson Dart gets in there, but that offensive line of the Giants is so bad, you don't want him in there getting killed yet. So you want to wait 3 or 4 weeks. I'm cool with that, maybe even longer. And Commanders, man, that defense looks really good. They revamped the D-line. They're really good against the run. They're really good against only giving up 200-something total yards. The Ravens can learn a thing or two. And I think Russell Wilson is on his last leg, literally. But shout out to him. He's holding on in New York as long as he can. Abdul Carter and some of the other rookies. Brian Burns, 2 sacks as well. How about this? Trevor Lawrence leads the Jaguars to a 26-10 win. Travis Hunter had a bunch of snaps on offense, a few snaps on defense. And the Jaguars, I think, are potentially the second best team in the AFC South. We'll see. Right now, they're in first place with the Colts as the Texans lost, which we'll get to, and the Titans lost. So speaking of the Titans, they lost to the Broncos 20-12. Cam Ward's debut. Tough place to play and a tough defense. The Broncos and the Chargers are going to be right on the heels of the Chiefs in the AFC West. And it would not shock me if they can get possibly 3 teams into the playoffs. But the Broncos get a win, and they grinded out Cortland Sutton with a touchdown. 49ers eke out a win over the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks would win here, but McCaffrey's back. Jackson Smith and Jigba over 100 yards. Brock Purdy getting it done. 49ers 17-13. And remember, they have an easy schedule in the middle of the season or towards the end of the season. So if they can stay above water, get healthy, they will be a team to be reckoned with this season and maybe back in the playoff mix. Packers dominate the Lions 27-13. Micah Parsons gets a sack. And the Packers beat the Lions, which I thought would happen. I thought they would play really well. They did. They closed it out. Their defense is stifling, suffocating, and dominant. And they got something with Micah Parsons now and Rashawn Gary in the front line they did a really good job, and their O-line held up well on the other side. Rams grind out a win over the Texans 14-9. Big stop by the Rams defense. And the Rams right in that NFC West mix is going to be something to see there as well. And then, as mentioned, Ravens lose to the Bills 41-40. Tomorrow we see the debut of J.J. McCarthy in the regular season after injury last season against the new look Bears with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams hitting into year 2. So that'll be something to see. Can't wait to hear what he does. And I think the Bears are going to win. I think the Bears could be a fringe playoff team. I think the Vikings could take a step back, but they'll still be good. Vic Fangio, not Vic Fangio, he's with the Eagles. Oldest coordinator in the league. A lot of names on my mind. My mind is racing. I'm just rambling, so I'll probably end the stream soon. But Ben Johnson comes over from the Lions. J.J. McCarthy, I love Kevin O'Connell as a coach. But Brian Flores in that defense was really good last year. Let's see what they do, but I think they still have a good defense. Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in the league. Maybe, if not Jamar Chase, one of those 1 and 1A. Pick whoever you want, pick your poison. 1.5 point spread, 43.5 over under. So if you're betting on that game, be aware of that as well. And yeah, Ravens come home on Sunday, 1 p.m. to play the Browns. Bills have the Jets, Chiefs, and Eagles playing 4 p.m. on Fox. The Vikings on a short week on Sunday night. Welcome the Falcons. Michael Penix on primetime. Those are just some games in week 2 that I know about as well. Cowboys play the Giants. So there you have it. Hope I did justice to you guys with this post-game show. Shout out to D. Follow him at DieSportNet. He's got all your high school sports coverage. Dre, one half of the Founding Fathers, executive producer. Shout out to him, Raj, and like I said, all three of them were in Dave and Buster's. They were literally kicking them out because they closed at 12 and the game didn't end until like 11:45 almost. So thank you, fellas. Thank you. Shout out to you guys. Nothing without you. Shout out to Raj, social media producer, making the streams pristine. Yeah, I think that division is going to be very interesting, Mark. I think the Lions could still win it, but I think them and the Packers are two playoff teams. Now, like I said, do the Bears or the Vikings maybe sneaking as well? We'll see, but what happens in the NFC North and what happens in the NFC West, what happens in the NFC East even. So we'll see as well. It'll be very, very interesting because I think the Commanders and the Eagles are playoff teams. So that would leave, what, 2 other spots for a wild card? So you get an NFC North team. Do you get 2 NFC North teams, or do you get an NFC West team and an NFC North team? It's week 1. It's the biggest overreaction week. You're going to hear hot takes. You're going to hear proclamations. It's the biggest adjustments are made from week 1 to week 2. It's the biggest overreaction. It's the biggest time we as fans, as content creators, overreact. And we'll see what happens. The season isn't over. I'd rather a loss like this happen now so they can rectify it and maybe fix it later on, because you're going to have to go to Buffalo potentially. I see in my 8 ball, in my hourglass, in my just vision of the future, in my, I guess, snow globe of things to come in January. I know we got a long way to go, 17 more weeks, but I could see the Ravens having to go to Buffalo in the playoffs again and having to beat them maybe in an AFC championship game. If not, maybe even going through the Chiefs too, or an AFC West team. But Ravens got to get it done on Sunday. And like you said, Mark, a lot of guys don't play preseason. A lot of guys aren't used to playing 60 minutes, not in shape yet. And they have some cramping issues and things like that. So those are things we got to look forward to and see as well. But yours truly, God's favorite host, Ravens lose 41-40 in heartbreaking fashion. And they have, unfortunately, the Ravens because of, and that's what they done, unfortunately, there as well. Yeah, social media didn't even really have much for me to go off of. They just said final. It sucks. 99% win percentage, and then they lose that as well. It sucks. So, oh man, it sucks. That sucks because it just sucks. It sucks because this is not what you expected to see. The Ravens were dominant. The Ravens were doing what they needed to do, and they fall yet again. John Harbaugh, 17 losses, double-digit losses, fourth quarter losses. It sucks. But I appreciate all you guys watching. We've been rocking for over an hour, going on an hour and a half. It's late. It's 1:12 a.m. here on the East Coast. It is September 8th already. Summer is gone. Labor Day has passed. We are officially headed towards fall, and football is back. It's so great to see football back on Sundays, though. Great to see football back in general. You know, throughout the week with college football, Friday, and whatever night they're on, Saturday, of course, and then the NFL Sunday, Monday, and even Thursday as well, because we have the Commanders and Packers on Thursday night. So we'll be back covering that preview this week. Post game on Thursday for that. Sunday we'll be live after Ravens Browns. We'll have a preview from yours truly this week. Yeah, you may see me tomorrow with some live content. We may go into week 1 a little more, deep dive into some of the news as well. Let me see if there's anything else I need to check on and report before I get out of here. Let me see. Nothing to really talk about there as well. Let me see if I got any notes. We got some. Let's play this clip. Let's play some clips for you guys real quick before we get out of here. Let's play some clips. This is from CBS.
When you look at Baltimore, I mean, you never question the talent, the skill set, the ability to execute. You just question the ability to finish. That's what we saw last year. You remember early in the year last year, they played against the Raiders at home. They were up big time on the Raiders, and the Raiders found a way to come back in that ball game late in the fourth quarter. These things have just surfaced with this team too often for them to be this good of a team with these superstar players that you mentioned on either side of the football field to squander fourth quarter leads. I mean and there you have it right there.
It's not a graphic they belong on.
Right.
Yeah, look at the quality of the two teams and what they've been through over the last 5 seasons. The Baltimore Ravens do not belong in that family, and they nearly double those two teams.
And the most confusing part when you talk about the last 5 seasons, if you want to just shorten it and just say the last 2 seasons, when they have these leads, the best way to finish a game is to do what? Run the football. Who's been known to have one of the best running offenses in the National Football League? The Baltimore Ravens. So they have the key recipe for finishing ball games, but they just find ways to mess it up.
There you go. They find ways to mess it up. That's what they did. They messed it up. They got the loss. And wow, let's look this up. There you go. 3 in 2,312 when trailing by 15 or more points in final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter since 2000. That was entering Sunday. So now 4 in 2,312. Crazy to think about, man. Crazy to think. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, kind of sucks when you see stuff like that happen. And yeah, it's crazy. Attention to detail, it wasn't there, and it sucks. It sucks. And this is another one. Here's another thing to parenthetically park at for a second. Mike Tomlin on the Ravens years ago, and I quote, "We know they don't play full 4 quarters." Tomlin to his team last week, "When it's a dying moment, they will try to burn the house down." Damn, this was from 2023, October 12th, 2023. Crazy to think about. Just crazy. Crazy to think about. And like I said, you see kind of what's going on. You kind of see, you see, no pressure. Simpson barely plays. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is, man. Chris Collinsworth, they saying, oh, man, yeah. I was going to get credit. We know why. It is what it is. He's great, though. He needed to do, and he got the win, and he's been clutch. And we got another clip as well from,
No doubt.
from more on CBS Sports.
No doubt about it. And this is what the Baltimore Ravens have run into throughout the course of Lamar Jackson's career since he's been there. They haven't yet to be able to close out the moments when the moment have arrived. It was in the fourth quarter, up 8, 3 minutes ago. Like Max says, a routine play. Derrick Henry is a legend in this league. Cover the ball up with 2 hands because you know what time it is at that point, at that given point in the game. They're coming raking at the ball. So that was a veteran mistake by Derrick, and the Baltimore Ravens have to find a way to start closing out these type of games because they're going to need these wins in the playoffs come January and February.
Like we said, these games are type of games that come back and haunt you in January and February, and we look back as in what if. And we know they have a couple stinkers every year, like they lost to the Raiders, losing to the Browns, teams they shouldn't lose to. So, kind of suck. That's pretty much what I got. And yeah, I don't know. Sucks when you see stuff like that happen. Yeah. like I said, just tough loss. 41-40. They'll get back to it this week. And what happens? Jair Alexander didn't look that great. He had a terrible pass interference. You know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, tough loss for the Ravens. Yeah, kind of sucks. And then Derrick Henry did tell teammates, I put the team in a bad spot. So there you go. Yeah. It's pretty much what I got, though. You know, Harbaugh didn't get it done. And it is what it is, you know. Like I said, 17 double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. So there you go. Since 1991. Yeah, they love to mess it up. Mess it up for real. So there you go. But we don't love to mess it up here on the Flex Zone. We appreciate each one of you being here. Hamilton thought he had blocked it, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It was what it was. 81 points combined. Crazy. Crazy on the over. So there you go. Kolar went to the locker room. I guess he's okay. But that sucks. That one sucks. That one definitely sucks. Yeah, that definitely sucks. Yeah, you had Bills fans, you know, throwing stuff on the field. You know, they were just doing all types of crazy stuff. You know, it sucks what it is. It sucks. It sucks. It definitely sucks. And, you know, forgettable debut by Jair Alexander. Woozy had a chance at a pick. He couldn't get that. Kind of sucks. And this is what I was talking about. A damn item was tossed at Derrick Henry as he scored. There you go. So that's that. But here's the catch from D-Hop. One more time. We'll leave on a high note. It was a nice Ravens contingent out there, and they were chanting MVP. You know, they're still getting it done. Benford play on Bateman.
Benford has
crazy missed call, and this is Ed Oliver having his way with the Ravens. Yeah, it sucks because, like I said, I don't know if you've been here. DXRRXCK Derek, I think that's what it's supposed to be, Derek. Yeah, I gotta pull that up for you. I don't know if you saw it, but I'll pull it up for you. Because it's just crazy to think about. Like, I'm really sitting here like, wow, this is crazy. There you go. There you go. Before I get out of here. There you go. So there you go. Yeah, that's kind of how that goes with with Harbaugh. Yeah. That's what happens with Harbaugh. 17 blown double-digit leads in the second half. Terrible. But make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Vote on the poll. I made the poll before I knew this game was going to go that way. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Ravens defense, or Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is the clear choice for the player of the game. So he gets the game ball tonight. He is the player of the game. He is the MVP. And, you may not like the guy for whatever reason, but he gets the game ball today. Not so game ball, definitely the defensive coaches, for sure. Defensive coaches and some of the new acquisitions like a Jai Alexander on defense. And it sucks because of Dafe Owe. I don't even think he had anything going on. Did he have anything going on today? I mean, I remember seeing him on the sideline at one point. I don't know what he did, but it was Owe. Owe, did he do anything defensively? One tackle. Van Noy, 3 tackles. He missed a few. Travis Jones, Madubuike, I thought it okay, but Teddy Buchanan, he made a few plays. He impressed me. I think he maybe is going to eventually take Trent Simpson's spot. Trent Simpson did make a play in the first quarter, had a tackle, but that was pretty much it. It seemed like he was benched again, and they went with Teddy Buchanan. So let's see what Buchanan can do moving forward, though. I do think that's something to positively look at there as well. But yeah, a lot of missed tackles. Roquan didn't play his best game, and it sucks. Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough pill to swallow. Definitely sucks, seeing that as well. But D-Hop, as mentioned, caught a touchdown from 18 different quarterbacks, tied 4th all time. He's going to hopefully pay dividends later on in the season when we get to the playoffs. So you need a play, you need a catch. Hopefully D-Hop can bring that for us. And shout out to him getting it done, already proving his value so much to this team. So I think that's pretty much all that I got. Like I said, yeah, it sucks. It sucks because when you see stuff like that, you want to just start the season off on a good foot. Now it just puts a somber mood on your entire week because it's already Monday. New work week. We're dreading going into work and things like that. And
I've dislocated.
And it sucks. Yeah, I don't know where to go with that. I don't know where to go, but that's pretty much all I got. And yeah, we're going to get ready to get out of here and put the kids to bed. And that's pretty much all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. Let me know your thoughts. Vote on the poll. We're getting ready to get out of here. Put the kids to bed. It's going on 2 a.m. It's almost 1:30. Only place giving you sports and Ravens coverage how you want it when you need it. Show me down in the comment section how you feel. Hit the like button, hit the bell. Subscribe if you're watching on X. Come on over to YouTube. Search the Flex Zone Podcast. And make sure you leave us a subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that bell. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. That's all I got. Ravens lose 41-40. We covered it all. Front, back, side to side. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace and love. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow with more content. And tomorrow for the Flex Zone. We got pro wrestling all week. We got so much content. It is going to be crazy. So much to get lost into as football season is here. So thank you guys for watching. I don't got a voice. I don't got any energy. I'm half asleep. But that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Have a great night. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, vote on the poll, become a member. And we'll see you. This is only week 1. Biggest overreaction week. And the biggest adjustments are made from week 1 to week 2. I think the Ravens will be fine. But they got to fix those mistakes in winning time. Penalties, self-inflicted, the turnovers. And they got to help the offense out and get some turnovers of their own on defense. And get a stop and close out a game. They have to close out a game on their own. And really prove that they can do it. And until they do it, we'll keep seeing situations like this. We'll keep seeing blown leads. You can't get tentative as an offense. You got to keep your foot on the gas. I agree. But you score 40 points. You should be able to win. Tyler Loop, you got to make your extra points, your PATs. It's going to be imperative. Every point matters. The gap in the NFL has closed. It's a lot of parity, a lot of good teams, a lot of close games. Every play is magnified even the more. But that's all I got. Shout out to all you guys up late with me. We're rocking and rolling. Over 160 people on all platforms. Thank you for watching. Couldn't have done it without you. Love you. Peace. Appreciate each one of you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. We out of here. I'm gone. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Sound off down below. Leave a comment. Have a great night. Ravens flock. Tough loss, heartbreaking loss, devastating loss. 41-40. And we'll see you with more content as the Ravens lose and fall to the Buffalo Bills. And we'll see if this game means anything as we head towards the playoffs later this season. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great day.
She wanted me because she thought I was an easy target. See how that worked out for her? You see how that worked out for her, mama? Well, this bitch is a professional wrestler. Bitch, you ain't subduing shit with this foot up your ass.
Jordan told me to attack, hey, really don't give it a stack. Go to get him hollow points, dog side of a ranger. Green suit trailblazer, green suit green ranger. Past life was a ranger, 30 round was attached. Jordan told me to attack, really don't give it a stack.